लाकड़ी नहीं बना बेटा अर्थ यूज कर Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Come close, brothers, inshallah, fill the gaps. I don't buy unless I'm hungry. Question is, am I hungry? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulil kareem. People often request me to perform nikahs, but usually I don't perform nikahs, and there's a reason for that. The reason for that is because I get emotional and I start crying, even if the people aren't related to me. And if I start crying, then the boys' side and the girls' side start getting worried. Somebody knows something. So the reason why I get emotional is because as a parent, I know what a great relief it is for the parents of both the boys and the girls when they get fixed up. Those of you who are as young as me and who have children of marriageable age will know what I mean. That when a daughter or a son gets fixed up into a good family, that is such a relief for the parents. That's why I have one Molana friend. Whenever anyone gets fixed up, if he hears that a boy or a girl has got fixed up, if he knows the parents, he goes to the parents and he congratulates them. So this is an opportunity for great joy, not just for the families, but for all Muslims. Because we live in a time, now, where there's a concerted global effort to destroy the family unit. Without going into details, what's happening. And they are succeeding. And unfortunately, many Muslim young boys and young girls are falling for the madness of feminism and freedom and being independent. But Allah Ta'ala has kept a system of marriage, families coming together, individuals coming together, so that children may come into existence and the world may be populated by good people. Today, unfortunately, many people fall for the madness. There are so many girls, young girls, Muslim girls, who in pursuing their career, they don't get married. And then very late on in life, they realize, look, if this carries on in my old age, I'm going to be alone. So then they're begging, Maulvi Sahib, find me a boy. Really nice girls as well. And then you say, well, you don't tell them, but you try, but then nobody wants to get married to somebody who's 30 plus. Same with boys. So this is why when a marriage takes place, it's a great opportunity for everyone, not just relatives, for all Muslims. We should all rejoice that alhamdulillah, the system of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is being implemented, the natural system. Every single prophet that came into this world, barring Isa alayhi salam, got married. Isa alayhi salam will get married afterwards when he comes before the Day of Judgment. But this is a natural system. And then people often ask that, Maulvi Sahib, we take youngsters in Jamaat with us. So they say, what's the secret to a happy marriage? Sometimes married guys come when there's trouble in paradise. And they say, what's the secret? So I say, I'll just pass on to you the advice that I was given. And this is not just for the couple getting married, but for even married individuals or people who are looking to get married in the future. Marriage is very simple. Two people coming together, they can live together. Our parents, our grandparents, 40, 50 years of marriage. Allahu Akbar. Like they say in Gujarati, larta kakalta bhi hate riya. Yeah? What an achievement. Because marriage isn't a bed of roses, it's not Romeo and Juliet all the way. Life is difficult. So you get your ups and downs. But simple things to follow, and that makes everything easy for everyone. So this isn't just for the couple getting married, but this is for even people who are married or people looking to get married. Secret to a good marriage. Once I went to a nikah, and the Molana came, And he started the bayan. He said, and this is what he started from. The first thing he said, if you're not willing to divorce your mobile phone, don't bother getting married. And he did the whole bayan on that. He said that I deal with so many broken marriages due to the social media and internet and phones and laptops. So one advice to everyone is to, once we get married, to cut down on that. Second advice I always give to people is treat your marriage like a business partnership, not like a football premiership. What happens in a football premiership match? They've scored a goal, we've got to score one as well. We've got to beat them. Or they've equalized, like, now let's try to score another goal. And what happens in a business partnership? Both parties are working towards the same goal. They don't trip each other up. They don't knock each other. So if the husband and wife have one goal in mind, that we've got to make this a success, we've got to bring naked kids into the world, we've got to serve the people around us, then alhamdulillah, it will be a very happy marriage. Allah Ta'ala grant this marriage with prosperity and happiness. And one person, he went to his neighbor, he knocked on the door. He said, Assalamu alaikum, you don't know me, but I'm your neighbor. I've come to ask you a question. He said, what's that? He said, what's the secret to a happy marriage? So the guy looked at him and said, well, what makes you think I'm happily married? He said, well, me and my wife, we're always arguing. But from your house, all I ever get is laughter. I just hear you laughing, your wife laughing, you're laughing. So what's the secret? So he smiled and he said that my wife and I, we fight as well. But we're not like you, we don't argue. So what do you do then? So whenever we have a rumble, so we just throw things at each other. So the guy goes, what's her laughing about? So if she hits me, she laughs. If she misses, I laugh. So the secret to a good marriage is to work together. And another advice that I give, number 3, to youngsters, to boys especially, is leave your mates at the gates. Once you get married, going out with your friends, having a meal, every Saturday got to go to a curry house, steak out, chalo khawa jaye, masala dosa, chatpati, Aleem, khichro, London jaye, itan jaye, yeah? Cut all that out. No, now it's you and your wife. Yeah? And when the children come, then it's the children. Yeah? Somebody gave me that advice, and so I say to my kids now, I said, have you noticed that my friends never come to my house? You might think I'm building no mates. Well, alhamdulillah, I have many, many friends. But I said, my friends don't come to my house. They're not allowed. Once in a while, maybe once in a year, somebody will come. But that's after he's taken express permission. And he comes in my house, and he sits with me, and then he goes. But when a person has, a free-for-all, ao, jao, yeah, then problems arise. And when a person is going out with his mates all the time, then eventually the girl's going to say, I want to go out with my friends. And that's how problems start. So number 3 is leave your mates at the gates. And finally, the final piece of advice I give people is, if sometimes after the couple get married, they have to live with the boy's parents because of rising cost of living, and there are problems sometimes. So sometimes they have no choice but to live with the parents. Ideally, the parents should tell the couple from day one, you live separate, even if you have to live on rent. That's best. One person came to Molana and he said that, my wife and my mother are always kicking off, can you give me a taweez for it? He said, yeah, I've got a very good taweez for it. He said, what's that? He said, taweez is alag gar le liyo. Get yourself separate accommodation. You're going to have a rumbling like that. So I say to people that, look, if you have to live with your parents, it's not ideal. Don't think you're saving money by doing that. You're causing other problems. Best is you just live. And come every day. Every single day come. Yeah? Bring food and all that. Like that, muhabbat will be created. But if it turns out that for some time you have to live together, then when the trouble starts, when the mother and the daughter-in-law, if they start having rumblings and kickoffs, then obviously the wife is going to go to the husband and tell him, your mom did this, and the mother is going to go to her dikro, oh my dikro, and all that. Yeah? So I said, when that happens, don't pick a side, pick a site. Don't think, okay, I'm with my mom. or I'm with my wife. Don't pick a side, pick a site. Meaning, go find somewhere to live. And that will cure a lot of your problems. So these are simple things, brothers and sisters, inshallah. If we follow these, if we work together, then alhamdulillah, marriage is a wonderful thing. And those people who are not married, they know how difficult life is, or whose spouse passes away. But otherwise, if people work together, then life is full of contentment and happiness and prosperity. And life and the marriage is a wonderful thing that Allah Ta'ala has given us. So Allah Ta'ala bless this marriage also with a lot of prosperity and happiness and pious children come into existence. And all those people who are married, Allah Ta'ala grant them barakat in their marriage and happiness in their homes. Hazrat Molana Yusuf Mutala Sahib Rahmatullah, I heard once he was making dua. He said, Allah, jin gharon mein nacha kiya hai, un jagron ko khatam farma. There's a lot of houses in which there's kickoffs, there's rumblings, and one thing leads to another, and then it just escalates. So Allah, get rid of that. And the way to get rid of that, like I've said, is small things, trivial things. The wife is always on the phone, or the husband's always on the phone, or the husband's going out, or the wife. These kind of things are just petty, and they escalate. So Allah Ta'ala grant all of us the tawfiq to practice upon our deen and to hold firm to our deen. And Allah Ta'ala gives, हाँ है उमर भाई, शुरू कर दे? इंशाल्लाह. चलो, माशाल्लाह. Who's the lucky guy? कहाँ है भाई? माशाल्लाह. I know you, I've seen you around. You're from Blackburn, huh?
Yeah.
MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah, MashaAllah. Mubarak. Allah Ta'ala qabul kare. गवाह कौन? Abdullah. MashaAllah. आपने बच्ची से इजाज़त ली? Yeah, you took permission, yeah? Yes. And you were present, yeah? She's consented, yes? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayhi wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. Man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlilhu fala hadiya lahu. نشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا وشفيعنا وكريمنا وسندنا وأولانا ومولانا وهادينا وطبيب قلوبنا وقرة عيننا ونور أبصارنا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وأزواجه وأهل بيته وعلى كل من تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين وعلينا معهم أجمعين. أما بعد، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم النكاح من سنتي وقال فمن رغب عن سنتي فليس مني أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. Brother Huzaifa Muhammad Ali Nadat, with the consent of Umar Bhai Farooq, who is the acting legal guardian of Maryam, and in front of the two witnesses and in the presence of the congregation, for the mahar of £1,135 50 pence. Do you accept Maryam as your wife?
Yes, I do.
So, nakahtuha wa qabiltuha. Ma sha Allah. Barakallahu laka wa baraka alaykuma wa jama'a baynakuma fi khair. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. اللهم لا نحصي ثناء عليك أنت كما أثنيت على نفسك. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم اهدنا واهد بنا واجعلنا سببا لمن اهتدى. اللهم اهد الناس والجان جميعا. اللهم رب اجعل كل واحد منا لك شكارا لك ذكارا لك رهابا لك مطواعا إليك مخبتا إليك أواه منيبا. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. اللهم ثبتنا على الإيمان وأمتنا على الإيمان واحشرنا يوم القيامة مع المتقين مع الإيمان. Oh Allah, bless this marriage with prosperity and happiness and love. Ya Allah, bless this marriage with neck and pious progeny. Ya Allah, grant us all the tawfiq to, Ya Allah, remain steadfast on your deen. Ya Allah, grant all our marhumin Jannatul Firdaus, and those of our marhumin who could not be present today, Ya Allah, grant them Jannatul Firdaus also, grant them Maghfirat also. Ya Allah, gel these two families together and create love and muhabbat between them. Ya Allah, grant this couple, Ya Allah, lots of love and peace and prosperity, Ya Allah, and goodness in this world and the hereafter. Bless this marriage with all kinds of goodness, and Ya Allah, give us a tawfiq to practice upon your deen. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala khayr khalqihi sayyidina wa Molana Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Ameen, ameen, ameen. Bi rahmatika ya rahman. Please be mindful of the adab of the masjid, brothers.